Good morning. Well, today you find me in a not unfamiliar place to me, or perhaps yourself if you've seen a few of my vlogs, Wyming Brook. It's a beautiful morning. We were promised some fog and mist, and there was a little bit of mist, a little bit of fog, but not enough to make it worth trying to make you build your morning around. So I kept on driving past where I was going to originally do my photography and come to here, because it's going to allow me to show off the new filters I've got, the magnetic filters from K&F Concepts. So they sent me these a few weeks ago now. I think I mentioned it was one of the toys I was going to be playing with, and I wanted to give them a try out before I decided whether I liked them or not. So I'm going to show you that today, and I've thought I'll just take a few moments out to watch the sun come up. I'm just on the bridge that leads over to Wyming. It's beautiful. It's when you're down here, a sunrise is no use to you. You just want the extra light through the trees. That's it. So just enjoy it. I thought I'd take a moment. I did take a shot over on another reservoir, and I'll throw that up now. Just you can, if it works out. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll cut this bit if it isn't very good. But yeah, I often say, when you're doing photography, make sure you enjoy the moments, and just make it about the work, if you will, or the art. Half the fun is watching the sun come up. Right, into the trees. I found what could be a nice bit later, but just so you know, the problem with coming down into these valleys and gorges, etc., is you really are waiting for the light to kind of come over and strike. So just to let you know, the light is all the way up there at the moment, and it's going to take a while to get down here. The canopy will lighten up, so that's okay as I move further up. I'm quite far down at the moment. But scenes like this, and I'll just flip this around and show you, I think this is lovely. Cascades of water either side coming around here, that's all very nice. And then there's like this island in the middle, got your tree there, mossy rocks, ferns. Again, yeah, I'm going to mention this a lot through today. Autumn colours would be super, but just got to be patient. But yeah, I think without even a little bit more light above to come down, this isn't really a winner. So I'll move on. I kind of set my gear up just to get this scope, just to sort of picture it. But I'll be coming back this way, so when I'm coming back, I'll take another look at it. Another nice scene behind me that's kind of thwarted by the lack of light. But I'm going to play with it a bit. I'm going to do a landscape and a portrait. Now, because it's dark, basically, obviously I'm not going to raise the ISO because I'm a pro and I'm always going to keep it to 100 or below. But if I did raise the ISO, just saying, then it would be between 400 and 800. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. This looks nice, isn't it? I really like it. Beautiful scene. I'm not 100% sure about the massive rock here, Big Allen, and there's a tree on the left, just a slim tree that I'm hating. I think I can move around a little bit to the right and just sort of leave that out of the image without losing this. But this is really nice, straight on, beautiful. Yeah, everything about this is good. Great cascade, starts just at the top there. If I want to keep that in, sharp F8. Comes down, there's loads of interest. And even though it's not autumn, we do have shades, we have tones in the greens either side. Smashing drop here, another big rock, just splitting those two. That annoying tree and the big Allen. But yeah, really nice. And there's other shots just in this area. Now I've come up here, I can see that I could shoot down into a cascade. And there's a boiling pool of foam. And with the Peak District colours in the water, that's going to look really cool. So I'm going to have a play around. So I did move around a little bit, and now I've come up to a sort of upper area, and you can see the composition's going to change again. Look at all this I've got to play with. Fantastic. The light still all the way up there, and unfortunately I haven't had any reason to use my filters yet, and I don't want to just use them for the sake of using them. I want you to see where they have an effect. So we'll perhaps, I'm going to do a few shots here, and then I'll move on. What time is it now? We're at least half an hour before the sun even starts to make an impact. It's got to get over, you can't see it, there's like a high ridge there, and it's got to get over that to start dripping down. And it should be timed just right when I get to a really nice cascade, which again, if you've seen these vlogs before, you'll know that this is what's normally the end result, the end game when it comes to Wyming Brook. So yeah, hopefully we'll get the light there. Anyway, I'm going to play here, I'm going to have some fun, and then filters in a bit. All right, I've seen people do their reviews, and other than showing off what they're doing at the time, they always talk about them when they're at home at a nice desk with a fluorescent light behind them. But not me. I'm going to do it literally in situ, right, next to where I'm working. So what's a magnetic filter? Right, first off, let me just tell you that K&F Concept sent me these free of charge. I didn't get paid, but they said, have this, give us a review, Ed, let us know what you think. And I said, sure, so I really need some magnetic filters. I don't need them, I just wanted them. And I'm glad I've got them, so a bit of a spoiler. So what's a magnetic filter? Well, first of all, as the name implies, it's basically something that connects to your lens magnetically. Now, I know a lot of you guys have already got all that sort of stuff, but they've got loads of new people who haven't, so calm down, we'll get a cup of tea. This is the frame, if you will. Yeah, this is going to go onto your lens. Right, and I think it'd be smart to do this before you came out, which I did. I've just took it off so I can put it back on again just for you. There you go, so that fits snug on there, very nice. And then you simply, I mean, there's not a lot to say really about how it works, it's more about how they perform. So let's say I want to, what's this one? ND64, good choice. ND64, because for some reason the sun is streaming down all around me. Just look at that. That is not coming off. Yeah, although it's easy to remove, that's on there. It's going to take a heck of a whack to get that off, and if this takes a heck of a whack, that is the least of your worries. This magnetic filter set that they sent me has ND8, very useful. ND64 for super long exposures or very bright sunlight. Yeah, that is like, I think that's the maximum for me where I need to go. I tend to be ND4, ND8. 16, but you can get additional ones from them. So how do they perform? Well, pretty good. I think, I mean, bear in mind, I've not done this as long as some of the other guys. And I know that there were problems with vignetting, with discoloring your image. There's loads of issues, especially when you stack these, because of course, if you want to put a circular polarizer on there, it says, look at your circular polarizer, well, you can. You can simply stack it. And what would happen, certainly in the old days, is as you stack these, your field of vision will be blocked, because of course it's kind of going in like that. So I can't speak to how well previous versions worked, but these Nano X magnetic circular polarizer on top of this, I just took a shot, which I'm gonna put up in a bit, and you'll see all the information at the bottom. I took a shot of one of the classic Wyming Brook cascades, the one at the end I've been digging up, and it looked absolutely fantastic. So what I did was move it over to like the lowest, sorry, f22, so my highest f-stop, to see if, I mean obviously it's pitch black, but if it would create vignettes. And it did, a little bit, but I get that anyway, you know. So I mean, when I get back to my office, maybe it'll be a bit different. And then of course I went the other side, and yeah, going further towards the lower f-stop, I didn't have any issues, I didn't see anything, but that higher end did seem to, maybe, I mean, bear in mind, it's very dull, and I'm using these in a way that's not fit for purpose, you know. I don't need an ND8 or an ND64, certainly, or I think the other one's like ND1000. Let me have a look. Let's double check. ND8. Oh no, it isn't, it's 64. But yeah, do you know what, that's another one. I think I've got an ND filter to do sun photography, and I never have. So I just had this mad moment. So yeah, very good. Now, I find the magnets to be fine. They look cool, not to be underestimated. What are the issues with using these? Well, the issues are exactly the same as using a variable ND filter. You've still got to take all of this off and put it onto your other lens. Now, I happen to have 3 67mm lenses. So 3 of my kit of the 4 are 67mm. So I don't have to buy extra sizes, but I would prefer to have one of the frames to put on each of the lenses, and then I can just literally swap them around. If I'm using the 50mm, well, it's 1 in 4, so I don't see myself having to switch that often. And normally if I'm going to go to the 50mm, it means I'm coming from the 24 to 105 to just tighten the image. So I've not felt it a hardship yet. It could happen, it could be. Good price. So here's the other thing. These can get really expensive with some of the bigger brand names. I don't really want to say a price because I'll probably be wrong by now. Things change so fast. But these were under 100 quid. 3 lenses with the frame, 3 filters with the frame, absolutely cracking. So, oh, and also, once, you know, presentation, they come with this natty little bag, which I've used this Velcro on, you know, I've got my case for MB, the big lens, and I just put them on the end of there. They haven't budged, been absolutely happy. I've had this for a few weeks now, so these have been all over it. They're covered in mud. I just wiped it off. Little magnetic front, as you'd expect. This is, it doesn't really matter, but it's a bit easy to undo, but it doesn't matter because this zips up. And then inside, nicely cushioned. They need to be cushioned. I broke ND filters because I've not had a solid pad in between them. Just some cheap, crappy Temu thing. Anyway, it cost me an ND filter. So these are great. Easy access, super comfortable, very safe, I would say, even in my hands. So that's nice. The presentation's good.
Now, there's some technical details that K&F insist that I tell you, so I'll put them up. And I'm not really fussed about technical details. I like to know, do they work? Are they convenient to use? Are they inexpensive? Important for me, my budget's tight. So it ticks all those boxes. The convenience thing I've discussed, and I use ND filters. I know some photographers say they don't use them. Okay, that's fine. But for me, these make my life easier, and I can be very creative with them, like my water around rocks stuff. So yeah, I like them and I use them. I use them quite a lot, and I do recommend these. That's K&F Concept Nano X Magnetic Filters. I've been using for 3 weeks and I like them. And hopefully the images you'll see today where you've seen these in use, you'll agree that they're a pretty good buy. So all the technical details will be coming up. If there's anything I've forgotten to tell you, I'll do it when I get home and do the douche tube fluorescent light in the back type thing. Right, I got some water to photograph.
Well, a terrific morning it's been. I've really enjoyed it. Came out to do the K&F Concept stuff, of course. Today's programme, I guess, brought to you by them, and Cadbury Dairy Milk, Fruit and Nut. Autumn on its way. It's quite warm now. It was a little bit chilly this morning, but quite warm now. But yeah, autumn on its way. We're going to get the colours soon. I remember saying this last year, and it was an absolute mad dash, but hopefully all will be well. Now, on that point, I've put in the community page on YouTube, and I think on my Facebook as well. I'm going to let you know when I'm going to be at Padley Gorge. I thought it might be nice that if anyone can actually make the day, bear in mind it's off on a Monday, but if you can make the day, I'm going to be there in the morning, first thing, obviously. And you're welcome to say hello. I mean, we're all photographers, so we're going to be shooting away in the morning, so let's just keep that in mind. And then when I'm done, let's say 2 hours after started, I'll be around, and if anyone wants to say hello and chat, I'd be very, very happy to say hello. I do hope Craig can come along as well, but Craig's got his autumn planned out. Doesn't have quite the flexible work pattern I do. But it would be great if Craig could come along as well. I think it'd be wonderful for us, really, to meet you all. Anyway, I will put the date up when I know it for sure. It will be short notice. It'll be like on a Saturday, I guess. I'll put it up, and it'll be the following Monday or even Sunday. I don't know if we're worth that amount of aggro. But thanks for coming along for this one, and see you for the next one.